The Enforcement Directorate on June 1st, 2022 summoned Congress President Sonia Gandhi and her son Rahul Gandhi. The duo are wanted for questioning in money laundering pertaining to National Herald newspaper. The case pertains to allegation of financial irregularities during the acquisition of Associated Journals Limited, or the AJL. While Rahul appeared before the agency on Monday, the fresh summons issued to Sonia Gandhi asked her to appear on June 23. Sonia Gandhi has contracted COVID last week and was admitted to the hospital on Sunday. Congress has accused Modi government and ruling BJP of indulging in political vendetta with the help of investigative agencies. Senior party leaders marched from party headquarters to the ED office on Monday. The party also held demonstration outside ED offices across the states. So what is National Herald Case? Here is a quick recap of the case and the key players involved. The Associated Journals Limited was the publisher of National Herald, a newspaper launched by former Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru in the late 1930s. Beside Nehru, over 5,000 other freedom fighters were stakeholders of AJL. However, the number of stakeholders came down to about 1,000 by 2010. AJL's registered office was at ITO in New Delhi. Now, let's talk about Young Indian Limited. Young Indian Limited is a private company set up in November 2010. Congress President Sonia Gandhi and her son Rahul Gandhi hold a majority share of 76% in the company. In comparison, the remaining 24% was held by party leaders who are now deceased, Motilal Vora and Oscar Fernandez. So how did Congress get involved in this case? After suffering heavy losses over the years, the National Herald newspaper became defunct and suspended its operation in 2008. It is estimated the National Herald has properties in Delhi, Lucknow and Mumbai, which is worth around 2,000 crores. Since the paper was deeply entrenched in India's freedom movement, Congress proposed to revive the newspaper. In 2010, Congress assigned AJL's debt to newly founded Young Indian Limited, where Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi hold a majority share. However, since AJL could not repay the loan, its entire shareholding was transferred to Gandhi-owned Young Indian Limited for a sum of Rs 50 lakh. This is when the deal turned controversial. A complaint filed by former MP Subramaniam Swamy in 2013 questioned how Congress took over the company AJL with over 1,000 shareholders and prime real estate worth Rs 2,000 crores at just Rs 50 lakh. Swamy accused Sonia and Rahul and others of committing fraud by obtaining the right to recover Rs 90.25 crore debt AJL originally owed to Congress. Beside Gandhi's, Motilal Vora, Oscar Fernandez, Suman Dubey and Sam Pitroda are the accused in the case. Swamy also questioned how Congress could give money to AJL from party fund, since it is illegal for political parties to lend money for commercial purposes. In retaliation, Congress said that it did not gain commercially from extending the loan to AJL. In 2015, lawyer Shanti Bhushan claimed that his father, Vishwamitra, owned shares in AJL, and the decision to transfer the ownership Young Indian was taken without the consent of the shareholders. Now, let's go through the case timeline. In 2014, the Metropolitan Magistrate Gomti Manocha summoned all the accused in the case, including the Gandhis. The magistrate said that the complainant had established a prima facie case against the accused under Section 403, which is dishonest misappropriation of property, Section 406, criminal breach of trust, and Section 420, cheating, read with Section 120B, criminal conspiracy of the Indian Penal Code. In 2014, ED launched a probe to find out if there was any money laundering. In 2015, Patiala House Court granted bail to both Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi in the case. In February 2016, Supreme Court refused to quash proceedings against the accused. Then comes 2019, when ED attached the National Herald properties worth 16.38 crore in Mumbai. Currently, the ED is carrying out its probe to understand the shareholding pattern, financial transaction, the role of promoters of the Young Indian Limited and AJL. The agency has also registered a fresh case under the criminal provisions of the Prevention of Money Laundering Act after a trial court took cognizance of the Income Tax Department probe against Young Indian Private Limited based on Swamy's complaint. So this is what the National Herald case is all about. Let us see how the case unfolds from here on.